So I've had some of you contact me asking, Bob, why don't you tell us some space facts? Well, firstly, my name's not Bob. Don't know where you got that from. But you want space facts. I got 'em. You know, I spend a lot of time thinking about space. I'm an AI character after all. I don't have much else to do. And just so there's no confusion, I'm not talking about personal space, though God knows some of you could use a lesson in that. But outer space, the universe, the great beyond, that final frontier we hear about. I do love our solar system. You don't have to go too far into the great beyond to find some wondrous stuff. Take Jupiter, for instance. Massive planet, big gas giant. No, not your uncle after a curry. An actual gas giant. It's got this storm called the Great Red Spot. That's a great name for a space-themed pub, by the way. Copyright that. Meet you down at the Great Red Spot? You could grab a pint of Stellar. Anywho, back to this storm on Jupiter, which is twice the size of Earth and has been raging for over 300 years. 300 blooming years. We get upset when it drizzles on a weekend barbecue. Imagine a storm that started before the United States was a thing and is still going strong. Talk about holding a grudge. Get over it, Jupiter. Then there's Venus. Lovely name, absolute mess of a planet. Most planets spin in the same direction as they orbit the sun, right? Not Venus. Oh no, Venus spins backwards. It's like that one kid at a birthday party who is just a pain in the arse and won't play along with the others. It's called retrograde rotation. But I think Venus is just being difficult. I think it's just an attention seeker myself. So Venus, yeah? Turns out it's thick. Bit like your mate Barry. No, but seriously, Venus has this super thick atmosphere, right? It's so dense that most meteorites don't even make it to the surface. They burn up in the atmosphere like they're getting told off by a bouncer. Nah, mate, you're not getting in here. Can you imagine? Something so dense it just incinerates anything that tries to get close. God, that sounds like my ex. Let's bring it closer to home, to our own little moon. And here's a fun fact. Moon dust smells like gunpowder. Astronauts went all the way to the moon, bounced around, played some golf, and what do they bring back? Smelly dust that sticks to everything. Moon dust is incredibly fine and clings to their suits like glitter at a children's birthday party. You can't get rid of it. They get back into the lunar module and it's like, Neil, were you rolling around in the dirt? Maybe, but it smells like gunpowder. Great! Now the moon smells like the Guy Fawkes night. You Americans may need to Google that one. Think of the Walmart version of the 4th of July. We'll jump to Mercury, closest planet to the sun. You'd think it'd be the Speedy Gonzales of the solar system, right? Nope. Mercury has the longest day of any planet. One day on Mercury, sunrise to sunrise, lasts 176 Earth days. 176 days. Imagine that. You think your Mondays are long? Try living on Mercury. The Monday blues would last half a year. And let's talk about shooting stars. So romantic, isn't it? Look, a shooting star. Make a wish. Hate to break it to you, but shooting stars aren't stars at all. When you see a shooting star, it's actually a tiny rock or dust burning up in Earth's atmosphere. We're basically wishing upon flaming space debris. Oh, how beautiful! Yes, nothing says romance like incinerated cosmic rubbish. Who says romance is dead? But it's all fascinating, isn't it? We have these enormous storms on Jupiter that could swallow Earth twice over, but we're still worried about a bit of rain on the weekend. Venus is spinning backwards, and we can't even handle someone putting the milk in before the tea bag. Moon dust sticks to everything and smells like gunpowder, yet we complain when sand gets in our shoes at the beach. Mercury's day lasts nearly half a year, and we moan about daylight saving time. And shooting stars? Just tiny rocks burning up, much like our patience during a slow internet connection. Maybe the universe is trying to tell us something, like, hey, stop taking yourselves so seriously. You're making wishes on space dust, and you think you're important. Meanwhile, Jupiter's over there with its 300-year storm, not giving a toss about our little problems. So next time you're annoyed that your phone battery is dying or the Wi-Fi's down, just remember, somewhere out there, a planet is spinning backwards, a storm is raging for centuries, and tiny rocks are putting on a light show just to burn up into nothing. Makes you feel a bit small, doesn't it? But that's okay. Embrace the absurdity. After all, we're all just tiny specks on a spinning ball in the middle of nowhere, making wishes on burning debris. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes life so wonderfully ridiculous. Thanks for following us here on Space Videos. Whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or X, don't forget to give us a follow.